crisis on the road, and we got to our destination. The destination is today, more or less.
As well as overloading of food.
No, you know, when we are doing in this one, we are moderate. That is why Ramadan is about reduction in consumption, moderation. Even your traveling speed, the speed at which you are walking will reduce. The speed of your evils, we have to you even cut it. That is the lightning, the linkage between this and road usage that we are talking about. The accident on the road. That is, that Ramadan was a journey that we did, devoid of accidents, devoid of overloading, in compliance with all the rules of the road, with all the do's and the don'ts. Then when we get to the end of the journey, we get home. Of course, you have to thank God that, hey, I arrived safely, without being caught by road safety, without being caught by any marshal, without being taken for any penalty. So that is the essence of tomorrow. Showing your gratitude.
So what you are celebrating is total.
Is total gratitude to God for the abundance that you have earned during the spiritual journey that you embarked upon. Some people did not get to the end of it. I will emphasize on what Allah says about it. He says, complete the cycle, get to the destination. Go out and chant the name of God for the guidance that He has sustaining you. Number two, I will also tell you that when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our prophet, when he got to Medina, he found that the people in Medina have special 2 days that are designated for play, and they were doing that thing before the advent of Islam. So when he came, he saw them just playing on that day, and he asked them, Ya al Medina, you people of Medina, why are you playing? They said that is how they have been doing it. He said, call the lakum rabbukum hadain al-yawmaini bi yawm al-eid al-eid al-adha wal-eid al-fitr. He said, oh people, because Islam, when it takes something off you, it will give you the better one. He says, oh people, God has replaced those play days for you with 2 days of celebration. Number one is the Eid al-Fitr, the one we have to do tomorrow, and the second one is Eid al-Adha, the one for sacrifice. So is the significance of it. If you go through,
you know, despite the economic realities, you say that people go the extra mile. Some don't mind getting money from anywhere just to make sure that, you know, they wear new clothes, they do all kinds of things just to celebrate. Would you say that in the spirit of arriving safely, like you have said, you can go, you know, overboard just to show how happy you are?
Particularly if you can afford it.
Yes, get it right from Ramadan. Ramadan is telling you reduce your consumption. Instead of that, share with people. He's telling you bond with people, share love. You understand me? Now, that also now leads me to the issue of the question you now ask me. We want to do Salah. How can you go and borrow? How can you go and steal? That is the crime that our DCP, I mean, what do you call it, DIG, retired, was talking about. You should not commit crime because we want to celebrate. It is forbidden. Allah says, Al-halal bayyin wal-haram bayyin. The lawfulness is clear. The unlawfulness is also clear. So Islam forbids you to go. In fact, the issue of zakat al-fitr that we are doing today, that is when we are sharing staple foods to people. For instance, we say that a zakat al-fitr has to be given out to the less privileged. But if you don't have capacity, you don't need to go and borrow. Okay. That means you are also a recipient. You have now come to be a recipient.
So others can actually reach out to you.
People can reach out to you and now give you the food that are okay, use this one in your home. So Islam, and we should not forget that the lessons of Ramadan is that we should not do evil. Say no evil, see no evil, do no evil. And that is what we train for. So if on the day of Eid you breach the protocol that you have earned, it means you have not learned anything. And I tell you, all the schools that we went to, we are applying what we got in school at the post-school era. meaning that school only trains us for what we are going to meet in the society after school. Now, after Ramadan has trained us to be economical, to also be pious, be conscious of God, to also be in good terms with our brothers. So it tells you that even after Ramadan, we should apply that thing. In the case of traveling, we should not overspeed. We should not kill one another. Allah says, "La taqtulu anfusakum." Don't kill one another. He also says something which is very critical. La tuliku bi aydikum ila tahaluka. Don't use your hand to buy destruction. Driving is safety. Driving is to take you from one place to another. Why will you now use your hand to kill yourself? He says, in fact, though it's a kind of metaphor. La tuliku bi aydikum ila tahaluka. Don't take your hand to kill, to destroy yourself. So it tells you that even Ramadan, which is a month of Al-Quran, and Al-Quran being the manual of the Muslims, we should be compliant with all the rules of Al-Quran and all the don'ts of Al-Quran and the do's. So in view of that, don't kill yourself. Don't drive at speeds. Don't overload your vehicle. Don't even carry animal and women, because it's not good. They are different species. Don't carry them together. Live humanly. Let animal live in the animal world. So that is my own take on this thing.
All right, let's get to Jos. Thank you so much, Barrister Agbariwe. Comrade Adeni, Dr. Joshak, the retired DIG operations, who joins us from Jos. I'd like to, you've heard the Chief Imam talk about, moderation and what Islam teaches and how Eid al-Fitr should be. Unfortunately, that's not what we get to see in reality. A lot of people, take it, overboard, and they want to do extra, want to go by every means just to be able to get whatever it is to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. I want you to give me. Initially, I asked you about the sense of security in the country at the moment and what you think Muslims should do just so they can have a safe Eid al-Fitr. But now, tell us specifically areas where you think, as Nigerians, away from Muslims, what we could actually do, our lives and our acts that could help us have a safer Nigeria. Beyond Eid al-Fitr, just any day, we could, say that we have a safe state or have a safe country.
It is very unfortunate that our young growing ones and some other people that have also joined have been tormenting them, the various communities, with kidnapping and all kinds of crimes. The situation is not palatable, and until we as citizens develop interest in getting to the root within your community as to exactly what is happening, because these individuals live in the community. These individuals also have relations, and so what we need to do is all of us, because security is and safety is the responsibility of everyone. And therefore, when you have the security around you, you should be able to take them into confidence, rally around them, and give them some of the tips and information and observation that you've met in the community. And this is exactly what we expect that should play during this celebration of a holy one after the fasting. So what it is that for us to reduce this crime, government should look at another way of maybe making the punishment for some of this crime very, very high. Otherwise, a lot of them do not take it serious. And so almost everybody in most of the communities have gone into a lot of crime and criminality, things like, I said before, kidnapping for ransom, stealing, and attack of individuals. And so I think what we need to do is that the community must be involved, and the capacity of the security agencies must be tested, and more of the logistics and training and deployment, covering areas where they're still very porous. There are a lot of communities that...
Dr. Abila Joshak, thank you very much for your comments. Let me get back here in the studio to Comrade Adeniyi. I would like to know the level of collaboration between your organization and, you know, agencies of government, relevant agencies of government like the FRSC, maybe NSCDC and all of that, even if it's in the area of enlightening your drivers.
We have a working synergy, most especially the road safety corps. In everything they do, we have been carried along, and we have been working with them hand to hand. Every now and then we bring innovation on renew safety on transportation system in Nigeria. Of recent, we launched National Automotive Safety Kit. We launched post-crisis scheme. All these are measures of safety and which we carry road safety along. And the road safety corps on their own. Every week we have workshop or seminar together at our motor parks in all states of federation, different states of federation, and in sometimes in regional area. We have a workshop and seminar that we attend together at all the time. We keep working to ensure that we build on the safety capacity of our country and our motorists at all the time. So the NCDC are also working with us for the safety where it is necessary, where to collaborate and work together, we do, and discuss the safety of the property, of the vehicle, and the commuter on the road at the park at all the time. We work together. So most especially road safety, we have good relations and working together at 100%. Because everything they do, they invite us and we attend. We have never failed.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Adeniyi. If you say you're working in synergy with the FRSC, then of course one would be surprised why the drivers still get to engage in certain acts that, you know, shouldn't be on the road. But could you speak to us about what the relationship between you are the National Secretary General of the RTEAN, relationship between, you know, the leadership and the drivers. With the present economic realities, the price of petrol, diesel and all of that, what are the, it's called taxes, or what do they pay? Dues?
Yes.
Okay, could you let us know what the dues are like? You know, are your members, you know, satisfied with, you know, how much they get to pay as dues? Are they comfortable with, you know, the rules, you know, that they have to obey, you know, being members of the RTEAN? Could you just speak to us in that light? Because we've heard cases of drivers complaining that, you know, the leadership of the road transport workers sometimes, you know, make them act the way they do, either the way they treat passengers, the way they behave on the road, trying to get more passengers, maybe because half of what they have gotten from the transport fare has gone to dues and all of that. Speak to us about that.
Thank you. You see, these are an issue that you need to know what are exactly the type of driver we have. Well, we came to the drivers issue. We have three categories of drivers. We have commission drivers, we have self-employed driver. Commission driver are those who our member, give them vehicle and give them a mandatory, this is what you bring. So when they leave the premises of the owner, they are the owner of those vehicles. They decide what to do or what they don't do. They have been given those vehicles on trust. And we have self-employed driver, those who own the vehicle and drive it by themselves. and we have a wages earning driver, those who work and have a fixed salary. And now, this driver you are seeing on the road, and most especially because of the condition or the situation in the country, some people are not original driver, but they were being forced to be carrying passenger or to being compelled because of the hardship into doing the transportation, which they don't even come to the parks. They pick along the roads. And they want to meet up with the cost of fueling and other things, and at the end of the day, or something for their own sustainable. So whereby they're supposed to take 4 passengers, they will now take 6. 2 at the front, 4 at the back. In Nigeria, nowhere where road transport worker or road transport employer association of Nigeria or any other organization who are working under labor can allow 2 passengers to sit in front of their vehicle, 4 or 5 at the back seat. No, never. But this thing occur. In Abuja, for example, the moment you pass Guri or you after Bagbalada, you still see people standing by the roadside under the shade of tree with their baggages, with their luggages.
But
So,
speak to us about the dues, the charges. Does it have a human face?
Now the charges, I'm coming to that. I'm taking it one by one. The charges is that it is not the union particularly. The union have rule and regulation. We road transport, we are the owner of the vehicle. We don't even allow driver to decide. The owner decide what they pay. It's a ticketing and it's once a day. And when you pay in Abuja, you go to Lagos, that is still in effect. So those who are collecting money, it is consultants. We are working with humanity or humanitarian aspect of this system. It's in our constitution. But there's other people who are coming now. They want to generate revenue for local government. They want to do this. Local government give consultancy to people who doesn't even know how they run the transportation system. They are charging extra charging. We are complaining. Even sometimes ago, an IG have to help us to set up a task force to arrest those people putting this on the road, collecting excessive money. It's not from the union.
Which union now? Because you have
the union. We are road transport employer. We are the owner of the vehicle. We have the National Union of Road Transport Workers. They are drivers.
Okay.
So they are two different. We are the owner of all commercial vehicles that are engaged in transportation industry in this country. And we have National Union who are the drivers of the vehicle.
So those are 2 unions and you have to pay dues here and there.
So, but this is our own side. So we don't have any excessive or arbitrary increment on the transportation or charge the driver to pay money. No.
All right. Thank you very much, Comrade Adeni. We'll pause here for a break so that when we return, we'll continue the conversation to the last lap of the program. Please stay with us.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Oh yeah, GoTV, they step up your entertainment and it no go cost you any extra money.
This is incredibly exciting.
Now like this we go run am. Upgrade your GoTV package and you go fit watch better shows for the next higher package.
It's only up from here.
So, if you dey on top GoTV Ginger, pay for Jolly, make you and your family fit enjoy correct entertainment. We go carry you go Max. If na GoTV Jolly you dey, pay for Max and we go carry you go Super sharp sharp. Make you for fit flex with all the kind shows wey you like. E never finish oh. If you dey GoTV Max, you gats pay for Super. and we go carry you go the next level. We be GoTV Super Plus, where you fit watch all the Premier League matches. If you be sabi person, no dolo, no dolo. Follow those wey sabi enjoy Premier League, FA Cup, Oyibo film and series, plus boku boku African magic shows. GoTV, love it.
We must all join hands to work hard so that we build a country for our grandchildren.
My hope is that we develop as a nation where every citizen is given his due right. There is transparency, honesty, and integrity.
Put the interests of this country first and foremost. Interests of Nigeria is being one nation, one people.
We need government to put things right, things that have gone wrong before, to try and put right. For the love of country.
Something new is about to hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTime Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTime's highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
Okay, glad to know you're still there. This is Good Morning Nigeria on the network service of the NTA, where we have preparations for the Eid al-Fitr. Let me ask Honey, I asked earlier before we went on break, I wanted to know if the FRSC has deployed tow trucks on the roads across the country to help, because while we talk about preventive measures, you can't also rule out the fact that there could be mishap here and there. And so are there tow trucks on the roads to help decongest the roads of such vehicles?
Yes, very well. We have deployed about 23 tow trucks along the critical corridors, because we have seen that most of the time there's something we call a secondary crash. That is, say, if there are obstructions on the road and you didn't remove them in good time, it can lead to another crash. That's why we try to tell people that even night journeys is not advisable. So because in the night you cannot see very well, but because of the commercial has deployed over 23 tow trucks, so that in case there's any obstruction, they can quickly remove them. And also we try to tell people that in case you are going on the road and you see anything that needs our attention, maybe obstruction, traffic gridlock or whatever, we have a toll-free number. 122 is the number to call.
All right, thank you so much for that information, Honey. I'd like to get to the Chief Imam now, Barrister Mustafa Agbari. I want you to just give us a feel of what's happening in mosques across the country, or if you like, across the world today in preparation for Eid al-Fitr tomorrow. Tell us what the preparation is usually like, and then tell us what a typical day of a Muslim should be on tomorrow. That's Eid al-Fitr. So, just give us a lineup of things that are likely going to happen.
Yes, today is the last day of the Ramadan. So there is nothing. We're not going to do Taraweeh. We do a night prayer session after the breaking of the fast. The normal obligatory prayer will be Maghrib and Isha. Then we'll now do another 10 laps, maybe from 8:30 to 9 or 9:30. So that one will cease of food in 4 places. That one will be done. One has 2 schools of thoughts. The first school is that it should be done in the tradition of the prophets. Okay. This ending. So they want food, the Ramadan to continue because people are sharing with them.
Continue to get.
Now, when you give them that thing today, it's fine. Now, don't let it exceed prayer session. When it exceeds prayer session, you won't earn the reward of giving out the food. You have to do it before the prayer time. That is why it is expected that we delay the prayer time for tomorrow, you delay it so that it will be like 10, 9:30. People will have shared the food before going to the mosque. Prophet says that man adda qabla salat fahiya zakat al-fitri wa man adda ba'da salat fahiya sadaqah. If you give it before the prayer session, before the 2 rakats that we're going to do tomorrow, that is the zakat. If you do it after the prayer, that is just the sadaqah, alms giving, the normal one. What is the essence of that zakat under Islam? Number one, it will cleanse all the inadequacies that you might have committed during the fasting. You have, as a human being, you are fallible. You drift at times mindedly. You go into another world thinking of evils. But that zakat will now cleanse all the errors that you committed. And Prophet said that the other side of it is tunuma lil fukara. It is a good food to share with people. We are talking of palliative in this country. Share food. And you know, nowadays, what we are crying of is that we are having shortage of food. Everybody is saying rice is high, this is high. You understand me? Now, this is a good time for that thing to circulate, meaning that it will bring down the hardship. It will be like a palliative that will soften the crisis that our people are going through. That is that. Then you purify yourself before going out. Purify yourself and be chanting the names of Allah, the glory of Allah, the hymns. Sorry. Do subhanallah wa bihamdi subhanallah al-azim as we are going to the Eid praying ground. Eid praying ground is an open place, unlike the mosque that you have. That one will be a bigger open space. You can see on the road to the airport.
So there won't be any activity in the mosque?
No, I will tell you the activities. I want to tell you about how that place is. That place will be different to the mosque that you have close to you. We are not going to do it in the National Mosque. We are doing it in an open ground along Airport Road, the one that is facing the National Cemetery. That is the Eid
close
praying
to
ground.
the city gate.
Very good. That is the praying ground. It will be a ground. That is how Prophet did it. We go there, we observe 2 standings, 2 prayers. The Imam will recite aloud. People will hear. And after that, there will be what we call sermon. Sermon is a conversation to the community. We are lacking that. That is why I go with the idea that my sister was saying the other time, that you are giving us this platform. It's a platform to address the people. Tell them, after Ramadan, there is a life. Continue with the ideals of Ramadan. Don't do evil. Don't steal. Don't kill. Love your nation. Work together to engender brotherliness between the Christian, Muslims, and other religious practitioners in the country. Try to live within the boundaries. Don't commit any offenses, because laws are available and courts of law are there to sentence you, to prosecute you. You understand that? That will be the purpose of that sermons. Speak to the minds of the people. Tell them, after Ramadan, let Ramadan continues. So when we go, that is the last thing I want to say about this conversation. When you are going, it is expected that you go from one way, you come from another way. That will lead us to the issue of the road safety. Because if you go through one way and you are coming through the same way, of course there will be a blockage. You can see the philosophy of religion. Prophet says that when you are going to the Eid, go through one way, then come back through another way, so that the traffic will not cause what you call bottleneck. There will be ease in the regulation of traffic. So try to observe that as Nigerians. As we are going to the Eid, use road A. As we are coming back, use road B, so that people using road A will not be obstructed as we are coming back. Then live in peace with one another. Don't shout on people. Don't ride your vehicle as if you are celebrating what do you call it? I don't know why people, they will be doing motor something on the road.
Loud music.
Loud music because you are doing it. No, it's a time of reflection. Soberly, for you to say, God, I thank you. Show that reflection to God. With Allah's bounty, wabi fadli, wabi rahmati, and His mercy. With that, show your happiness. That is, show that God, reflect that God, you bless me, I complete Ramadan. So don't do big. We are not doing party in the normal party way that we do. So people that you see on the road who are doing excessive driving on the high speed, arrest them, enforce your laws on them, because those people have broken the laws of God and they don't deserve to be spared. So that is number one. Those people who also commit public nuisance, police also are also there. I am a lawyer by profession and I practice daily. That is my core. So as a litigator, you need to arrest and prosecute whoever that commits public nuisance. So we don't need to blare our siren in the name of it. Do it with moderation. Do it with godliness and fear of God. Go back home. After you go back home, you can now be receiving your guest, your visitor. And like I say, I will say that again and I will harp on it. If you don't have new clothes, Islam doesn't say that you should wear new clothes to eat. You can wash the one you have. I can go with this one. I just wear it this morning. Go home, wrap it. Come back home. After all, poverty is been there forever. Even if you say things are hard now, it's been hard yesterday. That is why the word poverty is found in the dictionary. That is why fakir is also found in the dictionary of Islam. So you are not insulated from poverty, from crisis, from shortages. So don't think you have to go overboard or to go out of your way in order for you to do salah. Let your children also know that this is how it is, and come back home, eat what you have, and that ends the celebration of the Salah, Eid al-Fitr that we are saying, so that we end the reward of it.
Is there a particular meal you should eat for Eid al-Fitr?
No. But when you are going to the Eid, it is expected that you eat early. But in the Eid, the other Eid, it is expected that when you sacrifice, that is when you should eat. And you should even eat from the animals that you sacrifice to God. But in this one, eat early. There is no any particular meal. You can eat amala, you can eat damwaki, you can eat ofuweri, anything you want to eat anything you want to eat.
So thank you very much. we are really running out of time, but let me quickly head to Jos and get Dr. Habila Joshak to get his closing remarks, which I don't know if it can be on an advisory note to both Nigerians and operatives who will be in the field, and communities as well.
It's been said before, but I want to emphasize that we're all aware of the situation in this country, the insecurity, particularly, people wanting to get rich quick, and in doing that, they have to go to humans to pick and hold onto and ask for ransom. The government alone cannot do that. The security agencies cannot do that alone. The communities in the various areas where this thing is happening must be able to come together and look at what is happening and also participate. It is the information that you give to the security that is converted into intelligence. And if we do that, we'll have a lot of improvement, we'll have a lot of ability to climb on these individuals. Otherwise, if we sit and we create the spirit of I don't care, and the spirit of citizenship is not in us, then we will continue to live with these people, and then it will be a very bad omen. So I ask that every one of us must be security in themselves and learn to create eagle eye to see those who are committing this crime, because they're in the community. And so this is one big factor that can reduce to the barest minimum all this crisis that is happening, this kidnapping and what have you, in all the states of the Federation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Joshak. Of course, your advice is timely. I'd like to get to Comrade Adeniyi now in a few seconds. Your words of advice to the transporters and then to the passengers.
My advice to the transporters is that they should ensure strictly adherence to the rule to ensure that their vehicle are in good condition, and also the driver should not overspeed, no overloading, no overspeed, and the commuters should also be conscious. If your driver want to be overspeeding or overtaking, you should caution them that no, go, take it easy. So those are very important things, and they should be wary of where there's bad road. They should go slowly to ensure that they pass there safely. And we can say that is the little thing we have to say now. We call on our commuters to bear with us and to ensure that our driver have not overspeed on the road. Thank you.
All right, Honey Ogundayo, you have words of advice?
Yes. I want to tell our people that only the living celebrate. And when they are going on the road, they should avoid excessive speed. They should avoid overloading. Just like the Chief Imam talked about, you should not kill another person. Make sure another child did not die through your carelessness on the road. And I need to also inform our people that in a renewed relationship with the Nigeria Bar Association, any driver that kills anybody on the road will be prosecuted after diligent investigation. So please, as you go on the road, don't engage in lane indiscipline, making phone calls while driving. You know, all those is distracted driving. Please avoid it so that we have a safe journey back home.
All right, so Chief Imam, your last words?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I want to appeal to the religious leaders, especially the imams, that we should be translating the words of khutbah, that sermons that we are going to give tomorrow. We should have the opportunity of translating it into the language that the people in the community will understand, because the content of that khutbah is to speak to the mind of the people, and it's a good platform that we are going to have tomorrow all around the country. Tell them to shun corruption, to shun kidnapping, to shun driving in high speed, to live within the boundaries of God, to also live post-Ramadan, just like the way we were living in Ramadan, when we were saying no evil, when we were saying no evil, when we were committing no evil. So we should allow that thing to be our manual and the way we will live around the year. With that, we will build this nation and we will come out as victorious at the end of the day.
All right. Imam Mustafa Barere, Chief Imam, Peace Court Estate Central Mosque, Lokogoma, Abuja, we thank you for coming on the program.
I thank you for having me.
Let's also thank Honey Ogundayo of the FRSC. She's Deputy Corps Commander, Corps Public Education Office. Thank you for your insights on the program.
Thank you very much.
Also, Comrade Yusuf Ibrahim Adeni, National Secretary General, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria. We thank you for coming on Good Morning Nigeria.
Thank you.
As we thank Dr. Habila Joshak, retired DIG of Police in charge of operations. Thank you for your time and thoughts.
Thank you for having me.
That's Good Morning Nigeria for today. We thank you for watching. I'm Victor Azu. I'll see you again tomorrow.
I'm Henry John. Remember, many more celebrations ahead. Stay alive.